Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe and also click on that bell button so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And if you guys enjoy this tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. It'll help my channel grow. Now, today's tutorial, as promised, I'm going to make some Christmas DIYs. Now, I had one of these Christmas bells and I only have one. For some reason, I can't find the rest of them, but I spray painted this one silver and we're going to galvanize it. And what I used was the metallic silver, and I'll leave all the exact colors down below of all the supplies that I'm using, and some gray paint as well. Now, a trick that I figured out, I don't know if anyone else has done this or not, I dampened my sponge before I started dabbing onto the bell in order to galvanize. And if you do that, I promise you, it's going to look so much better and different compared to a dry sponge when you damp it. To me, at least, I love the way it looks with that dampened sponge. Not wet, completely wet, just a little damp. And here I'm adding some black. And basically what I did is put a little bit of black on one side and mix the black and gray together to make a darker gray on the other side. So you just see me stamping kind of, different ways, but I actually love the way it turns out. You see, you guys can see the difference of how it looks. It really looks galvanized now, at least to me. But anyway, so you go ahead and do that, and then you set it aside. And using some poster board that I had left over, I believe this is the project poster board that I'm using, not just regular one. So it's a little bit thicker. Go ahead and cut out what we're making is a ski, and just make it 3 inches wide and about 18 inches in height or higher if you want it, you want them bigger. But that's the way I did it, and I just kind of freehanded that point on top. So what I'm doing is going to paint these red. I've seen them online, different colors, but I just chose red. So you choose a color you'd like and go ahead and paint each one of your skis. Don't forget to paint the edges of your skis as well. And then once you've painted both of the skis, go ahead and let them dry for a few minutes. It doesn't take too long if you make thin coats. And then make 4 dots, 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top. And I used a permanent marker to make those dots, kind of like nails, I guess you could say, nail holes. And then I got some black paint and went all around the edges, and whatever was left on my sponge, I kind of just brushed it on into the middle of the ski just to make it look more weathered and used. You could say older skis. So just go ahead and do that and just kind of brush it through. And do that. Make sure you do that to both skis as well. And also another thing that I did is once I was done with the black, I just added a little bit more red to my sponge and mixed it in with whatever black was left on my sponge to make it kind of like a burgundy style color, just a darker brick tone color. And I brushed that onto my skis as well, just to give it more of a two-toned red, just to make it look more weathered. When you want to use the cardboard or anything like that to make it look more real and weathered, it takes time, to add and apply different layers of paint. But it's well worth it, and it looks really real when you do that, instead of just brushing on one solid color. But then once they're all completely dry, go ahead and cross them and glue them together. And I added some yarn and made a little cross, like an X, and like if they're tied together. But that's optional, because if you're going to add the bow like I am, you're not even going to see the little X in the back. So this is optional, but this is what I did. I added a little X to my skis, like if I tied them together with that rope. And I'm using a lot of last year's and the year before Christmas decor that I had stored, and just kind of DIYing them and making them the colors that I'm going to use this year. I used a lot of white. Last year I had like the white Christmas, and the year before that I used all the traditional color Christmas. And this year I'm going to use, like I said, black, white, silver, and gray. So some of those I'm going to repaint and reuse in different ways. And yeah, so that's an easy way to save money as well, and for it to be budget friendly and actually have the decor that you want every year. I know sometimes people say, how did you do it? You know, every year spend that much money, but it's not as much as me shopping for all of them new. I just redo everything. So that's just a little tip also for some people that are just starting DIYs. You know, go through everything you have first before you go and purchase supplies or items. And here I just had an old Easter egg and just wrapped it around to make a glittery gray acorn for my DIY to put in the center of my bow. And I just used yarn and some of my little sequence ribbon that I had. And this is stuff that you can also purchase at Dollar Tree. I have some of mine that I purchased at thrift stores and what have you. But yeah, you can always get those at Dollar Tree as well. And these are the berries that they had also last year. I had them last year, but they had them at Dollar Tree. I believe they have them every year in different colors. And I had them white. So what I did was just paint some of them black to match the decor that I'm using this year. And then this is some of the burlap ribbon that they have at Dollar Tree as well. And I'm using black ribbon. And I'm just going to make a few different style bows, different lengths, different sizes, some with 4, some with 2 hoops. But basically you just make a few bows and then set them all aside once you've completed how many bows you want to use or you think you're going to use for your center of your skis. And I believe I made about 4 or 5 different styles of bows and sizes. And then again, just look through all your stuff. And I had some of that silver twist garland, I guess you could call it. And that's what I'm using. And then I'm going to use 4 of these Christmas tree garland sticks and kind of make a star with them. So basically you'll need 5 of these. And I had purchased these last year. I had these left over. They have them at Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar. So you can purchase 12 of them. They come 12 in a pack for $1 in any of those stores. And then you grab your skis and just go ahead and play with the garland where you're going to place it. And then you get your bell and kind of figure out where you're going to place your bell. And once you're happy, just kind of glue them all together and secure them. And then we can go on with our bow. What color did you guys use last year for Christmas? And what color are you guys going to use this year? I know I'm going to use quite a bit of galvanized as well for my kitchen area. So that's why I kind of played with the galvanizing to figure out how and which way was the best way that I could find to make it look more realistic and to help me out, you know, so I could kind of go through them faster. I galvanized this bell, this bell, and then I galvanized the round bells that you purchased at Dollar Tree as well. And if you guys want a tutorial on that one, let me know because I did galvanize a few of those bells already for my garland. So just go ahead and insert your garland that's around your bell in between the ones that you already glued on, and then go ahead and glue the garlands to the bell garland. Basically secure them together. And just glue with hot glue is good enough for me. But again, you can always use E6000 or Gorilla Glue if you want it permanent. But like I said, I recycle a lot of my, especially holiday decor. So I always tend to use just hot glue for stuff like this. Now just play with your bows, like I said, and add them on as you're happy and satisfied where you're placing them. So I just did the white burlap, the black, and now I'm adding my beads or berries, and then I'll add my silver little twist ties and some of that polka dot bow with burlap, and make a bow for that as well, with that as well for the center of my my bow. So you just continue playing and adding on as much or as little as you like to, you know, whatever decor you're making. I just love these skis. I think they're so cute. I'm going to actually try to make some with those Dollar Tree wood signs So let me know in the comments down below for that too, if you guys would like to see some made with those. But I really, you're going to have to use a saw. But yeah, I think I'm going to make some so I can place them outside, because obviously I can't put this outside since it's the, cardboard. But yeah, I'm thinking of making some with those Dollar Tree wood signs. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys want a tutorial on that. So there's my bow once I'm complete, and then I'm just going to add my gray acorn to the center of that. And you can hang this or you can lay it on something, but if you're going to hang it, make sure you kind of place it on your wall first to figure out where you're going to put your jute twine or hooks at. I'm using jute twine. And in the pictures that you're going to see after this, my skis are laying on some metal pictures that I made with the wiring. And I'll be adding that tutorial on later on this evening or tomorrow morning, I promise, to show you guys how I made those. Like I said, with those 3-minute Friday tutorials, it got me thinking about the wiring. So I made these. It takes longer, but like I said, I'll upload that tutorial in a little while. So these are my skis. What do you guys think? Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Until next time, you guys stay blessed. Bye.